Hello everyone, welcome back to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. My goodness, I keep wanting to call it Super Mario Kart, but that is not the case anymore. So, let's go ahead and give our boy Yoshi some time, being the most popular character. And today we are going to mix up our kart. And I'm going to go ahead and use an inward drifting bike. Because, same deal, 200cc, 12 races in order, hard comms, normal items. Today, we just did these 3 cups, and we are moving on to the DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Those other 4 technically were DLC for Mario Kart 8 on the Wii, but they were bundled, the Wii U, excuse me, and they were bundled with Deluxe. That's what made it Deluxe, as well as the battle mode and whatnot. But I think I can do inward drift on these, because these are kind of simple, so let's get started with Paris Promenade. Alright, and yeah, this unfortunately is a tour map from Mario Kart Tour on the iPhone and Android. And I think it's the tour maps are just awful. I hate them. They're super boring with a couple of exceptions. But I guess they're pretty decent for inward drift because they're just simple and they're not, you know, too curvy or whatever. Now, something I do want to specify with this kart is, maybe you noticed it, maybe you already know, maybe you don't. Lots of people actually don't even know what inward drift is, but basically, if you've watched any other Mario Kart gameplay or played it yourself, you kind of understand how drifting works. Well, this is different. You literally... Geez, already? Lightning? Okay. You cannot drift outward with this bike, hence why it is called an inward drifting bike. And basically... Oops, yep, I just messed up there, because I tried to start drifting inward too early. Basically, drifting in this kind of bike is just a really sharp turn. It's not where you, like, slide really outward, which is why it's called outward drift on other ones. Oh boy. That's fine, actually. If you get hit with one of those in midair from a glider, it actually doesn't kill your speed as harshly, which is probably why it's ideal to get hit while in the air. But this is a very unique driving style, which is what I'm trying to say. And among the other things that makes it different is you cannot hop correct with this, which is kind of a shame. Like, if I hop, see, I'm not really turning sharply like you would with an outward drifting, which makes it a little more difficult to correct because, well, that's what it's for. Now, I guess the argument is you turn sharper inward, so maybe you don't need to, but it just isn't the same. Now, I don't know this for a fact, and I don't think anybody does, but I believe inward drift is gone from Mario Kart World. I don't know if it was in 7. I don't remember. Actually, there were no bikes in 7, so I guess it wasn't. But I believe the first place that inward drifting bikes became a thing was in Mario Kart Wii. And in that game, inward drifting bikes were actually the best. They were faster and let you turn sharper and were preferred for speedruns and faster driving, whatever. But in this game, they are absolutely despised. And I don't despise them. I think they're actually pretty fun. They're unique, so thus it just kind of mixes up the game a little bit more. But if they're not in world at all, I think that's kind of a shame, because it looks like from the gameplays I've seen that any bike that looks like it would be an inward drifting is just not, and thus it makes people believe that it's just gone. And I guess that's fine. Nintendo really doesn't like or support inward drifting in this game. Funny thing is, though, this combo with Yoshi, this bike, this wheel, and this glider is actually the exact same stats as Yoshi Teddy Buggy, which is the best, or argued, I guess, or agreed, as the best combo in the game. The only negative with this one is that it is inward drift, so it's not popular. But again, if you want to mix up the game, learn a different driving style, try inward drift. It's fun. It's a little hard at first. In fact, it was even difficult for me to go back to outward drift after I used it for a while. But I'm kind of mastered both now, so I can do both. Wow, yeah, and that's another thing that sucks about inward drift, is normally with outward drift, you'd be able to see where you were going on that sharp bend. For some reason, with inward drift, excuse me, it doesn't show you the road ahead. It just keeps going straight, as if you weren't turning, which is weird, and also makes it harder for no reason, not a good reason. Not like more challenging, no, it just doesn't do it, which is really dumb. Whoops, I did not start drifting there. So yeah, see, I literally can't see where I'm about to go, and thus it makes me slam into the wall. And also because you truly can't turn as sharp as normal. Now, you may ask, well then what's the point of doing this? Is it just a harder driving method? Well, no, there are some benefits to it. Like, for example, when you drift with an outward bike, or excuse me, an outward drifting vehicle, bike, doesn't matter, you lose speed while drifting, because drifting with that is a type of braking. Now, no, it doesn't make you use your B button to brake, it's just the physics of it, so it makes you drive slower. With this, however, it does not use your brakes, so thus you can charge mini turbos and drift, quote-unquote, without losing speed at all. So for certain courses, especially at 150, 200 is a little too much in my opinion, but I did it anyway. But at 150, inward drift can actually be really beneficial and save you time on turns because you're not slowing down while drifting. And you can even build mini turbos by basically driving straight if you sort of, counter your turn by holding in the opposite direction. Like that. It kind of just, you stop turning as much. And of course, if you brake, you'll, not go out too far and turn sharper. But of course, that makes you lose speed. But apart from that, I don't believe there are any other benefits besides a sharper turning like that and building mini turbos without losing speed. But again, I appreciate this type of driving. It's not the best, but it is here, and I think it's worthy of a try. Maybe you'll prefer it, maybe you won't. I don't prefer it. I thought I did, but then I started mastering outward drift again, and then I was like, nah, outward drift is better. Also, yeah, real quick, Coconut Mall. I wonder if that will be in World. Probably not. I think we all know which courses are in the game and which are not. I feel like they really could have. It would have been easy. It's like just a building. But whatever. I know people absolutely love this course from Wii. Again, I never got Wii, so I don't, recognize it from that. It was in 7, which was my first game on the 3DS, and I enjoyed it there, and I enjoy it here. It was honestly awesome to see that they were going to add it to the DLC. Alright, Tokyo Blur, another tour map. Oh well. Oh yeah, that was actually the first cup, so I think they start almost all of the DLC cups with a tour map. Not all, but most of them. Some of them are okay. This is not one of the better ones. I think the worst ones are like Tokyo, London, Paris, and maybe another one, Berlin, I don't know, but some of them are pretty okay, like Athens Dash and Rome Avianti or whatever is pretty good. They're a little more like natural Mario Karty. Yeah, you can see right there, I was actually able to chain... Oh, that sucks. I was able to chain 2 mini turbos pretty easily because this cart, or this bike, builds mini turbos really fast when drifting sharply. Like here, I can like snake quite easily, and I don't know if I'm gaining, but it's certainly fun to do. And I enjoy inward drift. So if it's not in Mario Kart World, I think that's a shame. I know a lot of people will not care or miss it, but I might. And, if they take things away, it kind of just makes things worse. power to the people, give people options. That's what makes, companies, not saying Nintendo, but like Apple or whatever. If you can't do something with your device, it just makes it worse because it's limiting the consumer. So yeah, if Nintendo's just like, we're not adding inward drift, then it's just less game. Because maybe you've mastered outward drift and you want to learn inward drift and go through all the courses again with this new driving style. And now you just won't be able to in the new game, which, oh well, but that's the way it is. Yeah, see, that was actually me turning all the way. I still can't see where I'm going, and I barely made it. So yeah, some of these really curvy roads are very difficult with inward drift. Other times, they're not. Ooh, I got a mushroom. I think I can take this shortcut. Wow, yep, just barely into a taxi. Oh well. Actually, it dragged me with him. But again, this isn't the most, important driving style, but I appreciate it. In fact, I think only 4 bikes have it in this game, which is crazy. It's this Yoshi one, which is one of the baby vehicles, which are, funny enough, the best in this game because they have the highest mini turbo stat, which is the most important stat in the game. And 3 others, which I can't think of. I don't know what they're called, but there is a slight indication on the vehicle icon when selecting it. It has like a different bike's icon, and that's how you can tell if a bike is inward drift. And it's only bikes, no cars, which is interesting. I guess probably because it just wouldn't be possible. But yeah, only 4. So yeah, like I said, Nintendo just didn't care about this driving style in this game. They just added it, maybe for nostalgia of Mario Kart Wii, and maybe they thought people would prefer it, but they don't. Oh, let's see if I can squeeze through here. Yep. Okay. Yikes, I barely got this first. Yeah, see, curvy roads, it's tough, but some of the simpler ones, like tour maps, they're actually pretty simple with inward drift, which makes it a little more fun. But again, I guess still on the topic of Mario Kart World, because I don't know what else to say about inward drift. It is what it is. Give it a try if you don't know what it's like. The items, I didn't discuss all of them previously. The ice flower is an item that's new to this franchise. It's not new to Mario. It's actually one of my favorite items in Super Mario, New Super Mario Brothers U and Wii. I think the Wii was the first game it came out in. Yeah, and that was an amazing game. I love it to death. And it's new to Mario Kart, the franchise, Mario Kart at all. Now, we have the Fire Flower, and the Fire Flower is still in World, but I don't really see the difference currently. It maybe throws less ice balls than the Fire Flower shoots fireballs, which to me makes it worse. They did say, or maybe they didn't say, but they kind of showed that it... Hold on. Yes, okay, we should dodge that. It kind of like slows the person that gets hit down because it's ice, I guess. It makes them slip and thus not accelerate as quickly. If that's truly the only difference, I don't see why it's in the game. I guess it's just like, oh, you get another chance at a broken item that throws multiple projectiles like the Fire Flower. And I guess that's fine, but if the only difference is like a slightly slower startup for people who are hit, I think that's kind of a waste of an item. Also, I absolutely love this track. It has like the best soundtrack in the game. Whoops. I know a lot of people don't like it. It's probably because it's kind of difficult, but I think it's great. Whoa, I can't believe I didn't fall. But actually, yeah, with inward drift, it's actually pretty easy. But again, yeah, the ice flower, not too excited about. I mean, I'll take it. Maybe it is better than I think, but from what I can tell, it's just a retextured fire flower in world. And if so, then I guess, but it doesn't really seem worthy of being in the game. Also, going up there with this glider is actually not worth it. It's literally slower. So if you go up there, just glide down, you'll be fine. But among the other new items, one that I am very excited for and makes total sense now that it's in the game is the Hammer Brother item, or just the hammer, whatever. The hammer is of course a, trademark of the Hammer Brother, but I believe was an item, or a power-up really, for the first time in Super Mario Bros. 3, which was the game that introduced the Tanuki Leaf, which is also among the best Mario power-ups. It was a pretty rare one in Mario Bros. 3, and it was pretty good. I mean, it let you throw hammers that penetrated walls, and you could pretty much throw an infinite amount of them. I think there was a limit on how many there could be on a screen, similar to a fire flower, just so you couldn't spam it like crazy. But again, yeah, it was very rare. Whoa, that was crazy. Oh, that sucks. It was very rare, so thus it wasn't, super utilized. But in Mario Kart, it makes total sense. Having seen it in action, it looks pretty much how you would expect. It's thrown in an arc, and it can hit with upon landing, but something I didn't expect is the hammers linger in the ground for a very short time, but long enough so that you could predict where the person in front of you is going to land or drive, throw the hammers there, and let them drive into the hammer, thus still spinning them out. And that's so brilliant. Thinking about it now, it's like it makes total sense, but they never did it, and we never thought about it. I mean, I know people mod this game or recreate this game and add their own items, I guess, but they never thought of that, as far as I know. But it's in an official Mario Kart game now, which is so awesome. And I think it's going to be great for catching up maybe in like the middle of the pack range. Of course, if you're too far away from people, it really won't work because they only go a certain distance. Also, this is among the other worse... oh, please get her. Yes, nice, it targeted Isabelle. Among the other worst tour maps, I hate New York because of how slippery it is. It just sucks. I'm actually doing decently with Inward Drift, so never mind. But anyway, the other item, the coin shell. I don't remember if I talked about this already in another video. I apologize if I have, but I doubt you'll mind me talking about it again. Basically, it's like any other shell, except it's not, because it's the only shell that well, technically the blue shell penetrates, but it is aiming for a target being first place. The coin shell does not aim for anybody. It just drives in the center of the course and leaves coins behind, like it did in New Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. 2, excuse me. And thus giving people behind it an opportunity to gain coins. Hopefully the person who throws it, but potentially other people. And I think it's great. It's genius. And being that the game asks you to get 20 coins now, it's going to make that task a lot easier. And then the fact that it can hit people and doesn't get destroyed on impact is amazing too. You could potentially wipe people out with a coin shell, which is not its purpose. You could get multiple people. I don't think it hitting people like diminishes its lifespan. I think it just goes and leaves a certain amount of coins behind no matter what. Well, yeah, that... Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Whoa. Jeez, that coin... Or that... Oh, come on. That shell took, like, the shortest path imaginable. Wow, that Birdo just shock dodged. Oh, well. It's still the second lap, so we can catch up. But, yeah, I think the coin shell is an excellent item. Another that makes total sense now and should have been in the game, but hasn't. Let me think. What else is new? They did that whole, direct on it, which was a waste of time, but they at least addressed the charge jump, which people were really wondering about. That actually was not bad. Well, regardless, though, yeah, I still think the... Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on. Don't use that, please. Oh, yeah, she's gonna get first. Oh, well. I can't win them all, but I think still that the ice flower is a total waste of an item. I don't really get it, but whatever. The hammer looks good. The coin shell is great. What else was there? I'm actually brain farting. I can't remember what other new items there were. But regardless, though, the new stuff does look awesome. Actually, yeah, the Mega Mushroom technically is new, but it's really not. It was in Wii, so it's not a new item to Mario Kart. And it does look good. I think it doesn't expire from your items slot immediately like it used to, which may be annoying because then you can't use it and then pick up a new item immediately. It has to expire naturally like a golden mushroom, but that's fine. The boomerang flower doesn't expire when you throw it, and it also cannot be moved to your back item, if that makes sense, because right now if you get one you can throw it, and then if you have a second item, you can hold the second item in your first slot because it disappears, and then it returns to you and goes in your second slot because that's just how items work in this. But in World, it will not. It will just stay there until you throw it enough times, similar to a fire flower or an ice flower, which is fine. It probably makes more sense and makes the item a little less broken. I think you can throw it more times in World, though, which is cool, because the boomerang is broken. It can penetrate almost anything, hit multiple targets with each throw, and is just, in general, a great item. But I think, gosh, I guess that's it. It's like 3 new items and then a returning item. I really can't remember what the other thing is, if there is another thing, but whatever. Well, I guess the feather, which I've already talked about, which is pretty much a early placement item, or a top placement item, allowing you to dodge red shells, get to higher vantage points, and maybe dodge the blue shell. I don't know. Nintendo Treehouse Live kept, hinting that you could, but people and even Treehouse Live couldn't do it, and it makes me think that they're just lying to us. Oh, that was not the turn. Yeah, see, inward drift not letting you see in front of you is really annoying. Of course you would use that. Bowser, go away. So yeah, I am very excited for World. Again, I don't believe that World will fully replace this game. I think it's going to draw the masses, of course, but I think people will still play this game for years to come. It will be probably deemed the last classic Mario Kart game, and assuming Nintendo doesn't kill this multiplayer service for it, which I really hope they don't, it'll probably live on for years, because of course it's still playable on the Nintendo Switch, and the Switch 2 because of its backward compatibility. Wow, geez, I'm bouncing all over the place. I really don't deserve to be in first place right now, but... Oh, dang it, it actually took my mini-turbo that time. Jeez, yeah, this is... Oh, come on. This is agony. It's probably difficult to watch, too. Ooh, barely dodged that one. Here, you can have a honk as well. Probably shouldn't have done that, actually. Could have saved it for a blue. But yes, I'm very excited. The wall riding looks amazing. I don't know if I touched on this before, but something I've thought about and noticed from watching gameplay is the walls might, because in this game there's anti-gravity, obviously, and thus it just treats the wall like a normal road. In this game, in World, rather, it's not the same. Your tires do not rotate, and thus you're not really... Well, I mean, you are stuck to the wall, but you could still fall off of it easily, unlike in this game. You can... At this point, this game keeps you on the wall until the level says, oh, it's time to do normal gravity again. with that, it's like, oh, you jumped off, okay, normal gravity again. Or heck, even if you fall off, it's normal gravity again. So I'm wondering, wow, we're already done. I'm wondering if you have to keep yourself on a wall by driving up it. So to clarify, what I mean is, imagine you jump on a wall that's on your right, and you're staying on that wall. So thus, turning your car right is up the wall, and turning your car left is down the wall. Do you have to hold right to stay level, so that you're fighting gravity and you don't fall off the wall naturally? That's what I'm wondering. I don't know if anybody's specified at this or on this at all, so I'm very curious if I'm right or if I'm wrong. And if I'm right, you theoretically can't climb the wall any higher if turning right simply keeps you on the level that you're at. But I could be wrong. It maybe just people haven't messed with it, and wall sections are kind of short. You pretty much just drive then jump off to boost, or you'll fall off. So whatever, we'll just have to wait and see. It's only a few weeks to go. So alright, thanks so much for watching this video and hearing me yap. But I appreciate it. And please feel free to leave comments talking about what you are excited for and what your thoughts and opinions are on Mario Kart World. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.